on progress. On,
It would be not good.
definitely happen.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Before we go to the next verse, there are few things that just I would like to clarify. Here from the ask question and then we already discussed Prabhupada's in a little bit Prabhupada's mood in adjusting religious principles in relation to Yamaka. That is what we discussed. That why did he adjust it? And then again he wanted to bring it to the back. The next is list some examples of Srila Prabhupada's adjusting principles for preaching. So if you can give examples, one, two, whatever, some examples. It may be, but during up to there is rule in the demands of things that each one parampara. Something like if there just there is rule there, we should chant a particular number up to a stage. So up to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also did not fix the number that this much round we should chant. Did not fix. It was told that Mahaprabhu was telling that who wait, let me just read you. What is the number? Okay, what I was telling. Yeah, 16. So, yeah. So let me, yeah, that is what I wanted. So even it was told that Mahaprabhu was accepting, or Mahaprabhu even now, like Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in Chaitanya Bhagavat community life, he accepts offering from them only who is chanting Lakh Naam. But that was not made fixed that you have to chant 64 hours. It was not fixed up to that point. Even during Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's time, when Prabhupada left this world and some of the disciples were talking to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's elder disciple, they told that Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur never fixed that. They have changed 64 hours. But however, he was telling that he will drink water from only those hands who will be chanting 64 rounds. So it was never fixed. Because if one stick, like in Krishna book we see, there is prescription in Vedic rules that those fire sacrifice can be done before sacrifice sunrise or after sunrise only. But Lord Krishna was doing before sunrise. And yeah. Why? Because in his line in his Rajvans, whatever. Some of his ancestors fixed that it should be done before sunrise. So now it has been fixed. Similarly, in our parampara also, there is rule that one should chant fixed number of rounds, some sankhya, but it was never fixed that one should chant 64 rounds only. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was even accepting those who were chanting 4 rounds, but he just wanted to tell them you have to chant 4 rounds every day minimum, then increase it, then increase it. It was not 64 rounds. Of course, Prabhupada was chanting 64 rounds even when he was like girls. So Prabhupada fixed it now, 16 rounds. He didn't adjust it the principle. This is a big confusion in our society when it is found. We think that Prabhupada adjusted it, we cannot change the principle. This is principle. Means now those who are coming in the line of Srila Prabhupada, they cannot change it. Prabhupada fixed it. You have to chant minimum 16 rounds. This is like from Mimamsa, like when we study, when all those things come and how these things can be done, how we can understand. So it was never fixed, but it was always understood that it is better if you chant 64 rounds. It was always considered, I think, good. It was normal. It was considered a standard process to chant 64 rounds, but not fixed. But now, whoever will come after Srila Prabhupada, they cannot reduce that. Prabhupada has fixed it. He has given the 16 rounds minimum you have to chant. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur did not tell that 16 rounds when giving initiation. Minimum you have to chant. So that is okay. Any more examples?
You sent out to male and female disciple conferencing.
Yeah. Of course, like normally in India, we do not see the females going out and doing preaching, doing distribution. Of course, during Prabhupada's time, now it is, but Prabhupada adjusted that rules. But it's still okay because they were like for devotional service. No soul is every soul is like they can do devotional service, but still in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Prabhupada writes that those they are rascals who do not understand. And that why we are sending men and women both for preaching purpose outside. Then again he writes in the next line. Why Prabhupada is telling them rascals? Because they do not understand that culture cannot be changed in one night. That is what he is telling. Of course, later there are a lot of statements by Srila Prabhupada when he is talking with his disciples or even in lectures also. He is telling that, see, our ladies are very satisfied. Prabhupada is telling. He doesn't want to become like Prabhupada. Prabhupada himself is telling. I'm just so hopefully I can find it. Just there's three. Okay, I saw later. Prabhupada is telling they are happy here. They are doing their household chores, they are helping their husbands. They do not want to become Prabhupada, and that's why they are satisfied. They do not want to come to Japan. Prabhupada that time he was in Japan. So he had this vision that gradually whoever has what with traditional roles, they will come to their traditional roles. But Prabhupada always accepted that if somebody is like really extraordinary and they cannot contain themselves in some boundaries, then Prabhupada allowed them also. When he firstly asked Shamsundar Prabhu that, do you know how to drive car? He told yes. Then he asked Mati Mataji, his wife, yeah. Do you know how to drive car? She told also yes. Then Prabhupada, do you know how to swim? He told yes. Then Shamsundar, Mati Mataji, then Prabhupada, in America there is no distinction between boys and girls. So it is better if I am sending the boys to preach, the girls also go out and preach. But wherever he said, he always like with husband only he said. In London, you see, Mukund, that time Mukund Das, Mukund Prabhu, went to Janki Mataji also, but with her husband, Malti Mataji with her husband, Yamuna Mataji with her husband. So he always kept like that. So any more, some examples coming to mind that adjusting principles of preaching.
Distributions in plain works, not in the thing.
Yeah, of course, but that is okay. It's core, like some of the core principles that can have been adjusted, some proper anything. We'll move forward if something comes. Okay. But Prabhupada never compromised. He never reduced any such kind of thing like a principle. He did not completely eradicated the principles. He just adjusted in order to again bring them to the same standard. Normally, you will see Prabhupada, it is Prabhupada's statement himself, my books are better than me. When he was on the verge of his when he was going to end his manifested pastimes, during that time, one of his disciples came and he told Prabhupada, we are thinking that we should publish your diary, your conversations, your letters. Prabhupada told, no, everything is given in my book. Conversation, letters, and all those things are personal. For what, in what circumstances, what I have advised them, what I have instructed them, that cannot be applied to all. My instructions have been given in the book. So whenever we will read the book, we will see that Prabhupada has presented Bhakti Yoga in a very standard manner. In the book, he is like very focused, what he wants to present. But in letters and all those things, according to the circumstances and all those things, he gives different directions. So we should come to the point of the Prabhupada's books. Okay. In the first also, the Rupanuga here, I'm just going through this. This is a book for the teachers that we should know after the class, after one we should ask the students. Things are clear. So Rupanuga here, Goswami here, Prashchit means atonement here. Okay. What are the inappropriate means of sense control? We discussed inappropriate remedies and the appropriate remedies in the first one. Okay. Okay, so I think it's terminal here. Discuss the plans for applying one particularly relevant for the from text. It takes 2 and 3. We will now just starting. Then I thought that there nectar of instruction. In the final assessment, there will come questions. So explain how each of the 6 items mentioned in the text 2 can help. This is actually normal OBA. Text 2 can help solve some of the challenges faced by ISKCON and the society at large. If some hints are needed, we can discuss here. Else, we can go forward. We can write those who wants to write this question as OBA. So we can discuss here if some hints are needed. For example, just text 2, Atyahara, it starts. So sometimes Atyahara Priyasascha. So like Atyahara, like Goswamis also, they were not much focused on accumulating much of the wealth just for making temples. They are much contained in themselves. If opportunity comes, so they themselves were not engaging on all those prayers. They were not doing much endeavor, just instructing, okay, you do this. So those who have taken Krishna consciousness, some else where Prabhupada talks about this also, that of course the devotee should take anxiety for the Krishna, but not to that much point that he will himself pray and make the bhakti. This has to be taken care of. So prayas, like Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he tells that in his paraphrase. I'll just tell that those who are involved in many ventures, they are called Niyamagrahis actually. Even in Bhakti also, this will be focused that this will know their capability. This will not extend their capability just unimaginably beyond their
limit.
Limit. And then this would get frustrated, oh, it's so much pain here. All those things, this is not. Atyasascha Prajalpa. This can also, or in society at large. Society at large always present now. Nothing there. Nothing to be done. And here also, like even in the devotees community, it starts with Krishna Katha, then ends with something else. We start criticizing someone and all those things. So, you know, this Maharaj, this thing about this devotee. So, these things will be maintained. Niyamagra. On the name of just for the preaching purpose. Sometimes there are a lot of niyam agra. And also, especially in India, also it happens that during Prabhupada's time, deities schedules were not changing during the eclipse and all those things. Deities are above all those issues. But now in some temples, they apply all the things. So, Grahalakya, it is eclipse, will not open the altar. What will happen to the Lord? During Prabhupada's time, even when we see presented in different sections, even in later stage also, he in the initial stage he gave bhakti in such a way that everybody should be the reflection of that. Even later also, when he saw that they cannot and they were promoting Varnashram Dharma, that time also, even during eclipse time, all the temples were not getting closed. Means altar opening and all those things were not getting closed. So these things are now somehow or other introduced. On the day of Raksha Bandhan, Rakhi is tied to Narsimhadev's hands. All these things are being introduced. So you should be careful that what are the Niyamagra. So these are that in this con. Similarly, we can see all those examples and we can describe the importance of associating with devotees and avoiding the association of non-devotees in practice of the and with reference. We elaborately discussed about Jansangha of the text, and some paragraph we discussed in the text 3. And then finally, why are the 6 countries mentioned in the first text of Desamrita, not considered everyone's basic essential needs? Already we discussed why it's not considered basic. We remember that it's not needed for everyone to have sex. Again, control, especially for those who wants to progress on the path of bhakti or any yoga, not just bhakti, even jnana or asana. Why should they be tolerated, reduced, and eventually given up, explained? We discussed in details. Briefly explain the 6 activities forbidden by Sri Rupa Goswami, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, and Srila Prabhupada. And state why they have forbidden them. We have discussed it is second verse. So what are the 6 activities that needs to be forbidden? So we have discussed. And then thematic part 6 and 7. Question number 3. Not 3, sorry. 2. Explain the process of sense and mind control as prescribed by the Bhakti Shastra. In that question, you have to quote from Nectar of Devotion, from instruction of Bhagavad Gita and Upanishad. So all those. So what is the importance of sense and mind control? We have already discussed in the test. So I think this will be okay. We will start from chapter 3. Somebody can read the verse and the translation. Next paragraph.
Utsahan Shyadhaya Tattat Karma Pravartana Anjana There are 6 principles relevant to the description of pure devotion. Being enthusiastic, again, enabling with confidence, third, being present, fourth, acting according to the regulated principles, which is Pranam, Pranam, hearing, chanting, and learning. Fifth, maintaining the association of non-devotees. Following the footsteps of the previous attire. These 6 principles undoubtedly secure the complete success of your devotional cycle.
We'll discuss about this. Bhakti Siddhanta says Bhakti Anupulki. What is favorable for Bhakti? Utsaha, Bhakti Anupulki Utsaha, the enthusiasm for the practice of bhakti, that is called Utsaha. Nishchaya, Dhrida Vishwas, firm resolution. Firm resolution for what? We'll see in the text that Krishna will save us, or this process of bhakti yoga process is the ultimate. There is nothing superior to that, and it will surely give us the result. Dharya, Avishklave, Vilambu, Dekhya, or Dharyalamban. Even we notice that there is delay for whatever we are desiring for, what is the result of this love, whatever is the desired result. But still we are patient, okay, it will come. We take the strength of the person. Tat karma pravartana, Sravan Kirtanadi, Bhaktya Angu, Palan, Evam, Krishna, Prityartha, Bhogya Varjan, but Bhog Varjan. Okay, so Sravanam Kirtanam and all the Sravanam Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padashay, all those, the Anga of the Bhakti and the Bhog Varjan, the renouncing of the sense pleasure for the pleasure of Shri Krishna. Sangatyaga, Avoidistrishan, Yoshit Angi, Sang, Evam, Krishna Bhakta Sang. Dushang Tyag means these are Dushang. What are the Dushang? Avoidistrishan means illicit relations with the woman or man for the woman. Yoshit Sangi Sang, those who are that type of person. The association with those who are doing Stri Sangha or Purush Sangha. Evam, all, whoever is not devotee of Krishna, means Gyani Karne and all the, okay. Krishna or Bhakta Rupa, okay. That type of, which type of, like Avaid Stri Sangi and the Sangi of the Avaid Stri Sangi, all these are like Dushang, bad association. And the tyag of that means if we are giving up that type of association, that is Sangatyaga. Sato Sadhu Mahajan Jiva Sadachar Anushthan Koryachyan Evam Vritti Dwara Jivan Jatra Nirvaha Koryachyan Taha Parichet Hoite. This the Sadhus and the Mahajans, how they have conducted their Jivan life journey, by which type of vritti means occupation or conduct. You will see in the text that vritti has two meanings, occupation as well as conduct. Sadachar dwara, which type of etiquette, Sadachar, etiquette, I think. Etiquette, they have conducted their lives, they have educated their lives, that type of activities. Thirdly, bhakti kushiddhati, arthat, a chhati dwara, bhakti siddha. By these 6 principles, bhakti attains perfection. Okay. Now we'll start with Prabhupada's purport. I would just like to mention one more thing. It is very important, Bhakti Vinod Thakur is explaining this. Bhakti Vinod Thakur is telling that if we divide this verse in 2 parts, Saha, Nishchaya, Dharya first, and then second is Tattat Karma Pravartana, Sato Vritte, and Sangatyaga. So first, he is telling that in a sadhak life, 2 things are very important. Maintaining one is just this body also. Sarir Madhyam Dharma Sadhana. So unless we have this body, we cannot execute the principles of dharma or principles of bhakti. So this body is very much important. So maintaining one's existence by appropriate means and cultivating bhakti, they are 2 essential activities for the devotees, especially for the sadhaka. The first half of the verses indicates attitudes that are favorable for the cultivation of. The first half is for the favorite, what are the activities that are favorable for bhakti. And second part is giving us the practical aspects that how we should conduct our lives in order to maintain this body, or that we can execute principles of bhakti. Second part is describing one day. So first part, Utsaha, that are the activities that are favorable for the cultivation of bhakti. And the second half describes how devotee should conduct his life. The second half describes that how we should lead our life. Okay. I'll just read more details. Enthusiasm, optimism, patience, executing activities that nourish you. These are the first half. Utsaha, Nishya, and Dhaira. These are the activities that nourishes us. It will help us in progressing ourselves in Shraddha to Prema. And renouncing bad association, adopting the good behavior of the devotees are means of obtaining success in life. Means if we lead our life in that particular way, then it will give success in our life. Now, Bhakti Vinod Thakur said, what is Utsaha? Utsaha. Eagerness to follow the rules and regulations of Bhakti is called Utsaha. Without this enthusiasm, means Bhakti will vanish. Following the names of Bhakti with great respect is real Utsaha. Nishchaya. The meaning of Nishchaya is firm faith, not slackening one's execution of the names of Bhakti. Even when there is delay in obtaining the desired goal is called Dhairya, passion. Bhakti Poshak Karma. There are two types of activities that nourishes Bhakti: regulation, vidhi, and prohibitions, nisheda, niyam, and yama. Performing the names of Bhakti, headed by Shravana and Kirtana, is prescribed regulation. Renouncing one's personal enjoyment for the purpose of giving pleasure to Sri Krishna is the primary prohibition. Sangatyaga. One should renounce the association of non-devotees, women, and those attached to women. Non-devotees here means sense enjoyers, Mayavadis, pretentious display of religiosity. Sadbhuti. One should adopt the word virtuous conduct of pure devotee and thereby maintain one's life in suitable manner. Wherein same devotees should beg alms, preferably by performing madhukari. This is the process of begging for like a bee, madhukar, taking nectar from many different flowers. They accept very little alms from many different households. Household devotees will sustain their lives by means that are favorable to the regulations pertaining to the Vedic system and social power. Okay. Okay, just this book, page number 3, first paragraph. Yeah, yes, sorry, 15, page number 15. First paragraph.
Meaning written into all the practices, principles, and topics as include that execute the pursuit of Jnana, Karma, and Anya Vilasita, and engaging exclusively in sadhana bhakti, is Utsaha.
So Bhakti Vinod Thakur is telling, sorry, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is telling that anything that Bhakti Vinod Thakur is giving the positive framework of Utsaha. That with from if we are engaged in the process of bhakti within the enthusiasm, that is Utsaha. Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur is giving what is particularly aspect of Utsaha. Means if we are indifferent from the interest of jnana, karma, and anya vilasi, that is Utsaha, because that will help us in progressing in bhakti. Now we will discuss about firstly Prabhupada's instruction. And then we will talk about Bhakti Vinod Thakur's Bhakti Alok also. Actually, Prabhupada, when he is starting the first paragraph in purport, it is actually taken from Bhakti Alok only. So we will discuss first Bhakti Alok and then we will take the Prabhupada's purport. Okay. Bhakti Alok. He is directly has paraphrased one Utsaha and Nishya part in few paragraphs. Bhakti Vinod Thakur is telling that he very nicely right, there are many aspects he has given Utsaha and what are the Utsaha, how it is detrimental for even chanting of the holy name, how we can solve all those things. He has given very wonderful years. That is why I wanted to discuss this Bhakti Alok. It's very practical methods he has given. How to cultivate Utsaha, how to reject all those things. Yeah. Utsaha. Firstly, he is telling that what is Utsaha? Prabhupada gives very wonderful definition of Utsaha in Control Instruction. Page number 34. I think. Before one, after that also. 36. Endeavor executed with the intelligence in Krishna consciousness is called Utsaha or enthusiasm. Okay. So keeping this in our mind, it is very wonderful example. We have just summarized in one line what Vinod Thakur has given here. Here Prabhupada just summarized in one line. So if Bhakti Vinod Thakur is telling that if we don't have Utsaha, then we become negligent to our bhajan kriya or even means any devotional service. We do not give attention to any kind of devotional service if we do not have Utsaha. Sometimes we will see that we have a lot of enthusiasm for doing seva. So we very much cautiously, carefully, with every detail we do the seva. And if we are like indifferent, then we do not do, okay, just karna hai, and we just do it somehow or other, isn't it? So it tells us that Utsaha is the very life. Bhakti Vinod Thakur is telling that Utsaha, this is the very life of the Shraddha. If we don't have Utsaha, then there will be no Shraddha for Lord, for devotional service. So first, its characteristics is this very life of Shraddha. And he's telling what are the reasons. I wanted to, okay, 4 parts I'll do. What are the reasons that we lack Utsaha? Reasons of lacking Utsaha. And how Utsaha, how we can overcome those reasons. And there will come many characteristics when we will be discussing further. So I just will do. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling that this, first of all, first reason is negligence. And why negligence is born? Negligence, I don't know what is specific. This is the main reason. But why negligence is born? This is the immediate cause. That why there is no Utsaha. But why negligence is born? So he gives that there are 3 things, means 3 cause of why negligence is born. And these 3 are inactivity. Means, I don't know what it says. Okay, here also. No Sanskrit is written, so I'll just write in English only. Apathy and indifference. These are the reasons for what negligence is born. Now he gives that what is this inactivity? What do we understand by inactivity? If we are not doing anything. Why we are not doing anything? Because of laziness. Only one reason, laziness. Because we becomes lazy and we don't do anything. So this inactivity is actually laziness. When we are lazy, we become lazy in our devotional service also. If you eat a lot, that is why, first verse, second verse, and then third verse. When we eat a lot, we become lazy. And when we become lazy, we do not want to do anything. And then we become negligent. And that's why there is no Utsaha. So all those 3 verses are connected. And especially like the first verse, like Atyahara, here Utsaha. So laziness is the main cause of or inactivity is just laziness. So these 3 are the cause of the negligence. Okay. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling that as soon as if we'll overcome these things, Utsav will automatically generate in our heart, in our mind, in our body, all those three things. Automatically it will generate. So he is telling that these constitutes these three things, or the negligence is also called inertia, means jarata, something like that. Yeah, inertia. These three things and constitutes inertia, and it actually makes the desire not to work. These three things, if we have these three things in our body, then we become, oh, we should not work. It makes desire. These three things constitutes inertia, and it becomes like desires not to work for anything. We just want to be there wherever we are sleeping, okay, sleeping. Wherever there is doubt, just raise your hand or ask directly. Yeah. So, and before that, like this activity is like this. Similarly, what is apathy? Apathy is also one sort of laziness only, but not in like laziness is for long term. Apathy is for short term. Okay. So apathy is because of carelessness. We are doing service, but we are careless. Okay, let it be. It will be done. So it is like a sort of carelessness. And indifference means, is like deviation. Deviation means indifference means if we are indifferent to the principles of bhakti, that we should do something, but we are okay, let it be. So we have deviated from the path of that particular activities or whatever. So it is because of the deviation. Now, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, before going to that, he quotes Baldev Vidyabhushan, that in Bhagavad Gita 6.23. Baldev Vidyabhushan in his commentary writes that, I'll just read the translation. One becomes indifferent to whatever work he feels unqualified for. So now he gives what is the reason of indifference, what is the reason apathy, what is the reason of inactivity. So he tells that if you feel that it cannot be done by me, then we become okay, let it be, indifferent. We completely become indifferent. So if you feel that this comes from, this indifference is born out of feeling of unqualified, means we are unqualified, feeling of what like disqualification for doing any service or anything. Qualification. Okay. Is it clear till now? Now, Bhaktivinoda Thakur clarifies all those three. How all those three can be taken care of, or how we can remove all those three, like inactivity, apathy, indifference, or in constitutional illness altogether, the inertia. How can these things can be eradicated from ourselves? First thing tells that he talks a lot, means in great details. I will not go in great details how this indifference comes. Indifference comes those who are more in the Jnana Yoga. They think that material world there is only miseries. Why you should be doing any karma of any type of such thing? Then he becomes indifferent to every kind of, even though some karma is beneficial for bhakti, he becomes indifferent for those things. So I will not go in that much detail. I'll just come to the how to overcome all those things. Okay. Otherwise, our time will go like anything. Just it's already. Huh? नहीं यार है ना उसमें होगा मिटा दूंगा ओके इसमें Vidhan mein village, how to overcome, sorry. Now, he tells, Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes there, these all things, we should not lose, he tells that these all things comes because of the ignorance, lust, I'll write here, fruitive activities, and all doubts that we have. So we have to work on that. What are the things why this lust? And then desire for fruitive activities, karma phala, desire of karma phala. Last means the calm, growth, and avidya. These three are there. Sorry, avidya means ignorance. So we should work on these three to avoid this, that we can get utsaha in our devotional service. These are the main cause. Okay? So he gives that, firstly we should understand that apathy, inactivity, or indifference, these all come because of for those I'm talking about, those who already have started doing bhakti, chanting holy names. So even though those who are chanting holy names, because we are already chanting holy names, so it is only for us, means we're talking about our applications. So those who are chanting holy names, even though they are avoiding all the offenses, the 10 offenses, but while chanting holy names, if they are inattentive, then that is the main cause. He quotes Sanatana Goswami, that Sanatana Goswami tells that pramad is the main cause of not having utsaha. Means pramad is the pramad in Sanskrit it is told. It is told in Sanskrit pramad, but in English it will write the inattention. So he gives only one remedy. While chanting, if we will be attentive, firstly, we have to avoid all the offenses, all the 10 offenses. And even if we avoid all the 10 offenses, still if we are not attentive in our chanting, these things will automatically come. Okay. So we have to avoid first, sorry, I'll just write how to overcome. First, avoid all the offenses, avoid 10 offenses. And second, even with avoiding all 10 offenses, being attentive while chanting. If we will be following this, then automatically we can feel in our life also. If we chant very nicely in the morning, then we are very active in doing all the devotional service. Might have felt this where we were doing this in our centers, in our life. We are very active doing all those things. So first, we have to avoid all the 10 offenses. And then second, even after avoiding 10 offenses, we have to be very attentive while chanting. Then automatically utsaha will come. And I'll just read, I'll read from here only. Very wonderfully he describes. There is great. The acharyas. Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Okay. This is Bhakti. 3. Shah, yes. After Alo Shraddha. By awakening of, somebody can read from here.
By the awakening of faith, one becomes eligible for devotional service. When this eligibility is attained, one achieves the association of devotees. By the association of devotee, one is engaged in the execution of devotional service. In the beginning, there is no nishtha or firm faith in that service because various types of anarthas keep crushing the heart. All anarthas are vanquished, however, by performing devotional service with
Yeah,
enthusiasm.
so we always tell that till unearth liberty, that is very difficult road to cross out. But if we be doing our performing devotional service with utsaha, then anarthas will, very soon, it will get up, yes, we will get away with the anarthas. This will be increased, yeah.
The more anarthas are vanquished, the more nishtha is awakened.
And here he is writing it the next. Shraddha is certainly faith, but enthusiasm is the very life. Actually, it should be from the very life of Shraddha. Okay. So now I think we can discuss that what are the 6 symptoms of devotional service in sleeping stage. Like normally, I think it is important. I will just discuss. In our state, where like devotional service, sometimes we are very much fixed, sometimes we are not going up, down, sometimes our devotional service, chanting and all those things are very good. So, what are the 6 symptoms? Then we can understand that we are not fixed. First thing is utsahamai. Even though sometimes we feel that, oh, it's going very good, wonderfully, but it is just false confidence. Okay. And how to understand that false confidence? That if immediately something happens with us and we lose the confidence, so I did so, lose the confidence means we will not be doing bhakti immediately after that with so much enthusiasm. So that is one. Another is, should I write or just I will tell? Then another is tarala, means sporadic endeavor. Sometimes we are for something, we are endeavoring very much in devotional service, for something we are not. However, it should be, our endeavor should both the time given equally. Vyudha vikalpa, indecision. Vishaya sangara, struggle with the senses. Niyamakshama, inability to uphold vows. If we have told someone that I will do this, and we are not doing, this also creates problem for our flickerness in bhakti. So we should be very much careful whatever we are promising to anyone. And Tarangarangini, enjoying the facilities offered by bhakti. Because of bhakti, if we are getting nice prashadam and all, we are enjoying very much. So that becomes a problem for us. It will then it will be detrimental for the bhakti. Now I will go to the nishchaya. There are a lot of things in given. If someone wants to read separately, they can read Bhakti Alok individually, because I'm just skipping a lot of things. I cannot cover all those things. There are very limited time. So you can read, you can go through that and you can read.
Bhakti Alok ke bhai,
Bhakti Vinod Thakur.
the same, this 11 Upadesamrit only.
Only 6 means text 2 and text 3. Every each word here.
Only 2 for 2 words complete.
Yeah. Everywhere I skipped a lot because I cannot cover all those things in just. Before going, we'll read Prabhupada's from Prabhupada's book. Yeah, the initial part I will read after Nishchaya, because Bhaktivinoda Thakur describes this in Nishchaya part. After that I will read. But for the Utsaha we will start from page number 36. Somebody can start from page number 56, only one paragraph, and they were executed with intelligence. Here,
They were executed with intelligence in Krishna consciousness and called Utsaha or enthusiasm. The devotees find the correct means by which everything can be utilized in the service of the Lord. Nirmanda Krishna Sambandhe Yuktam Vairagyam Uchate. The execution of devotional service is not a matter of idle meditation, but practical action in the foreground of spiritual life.
Prabhupada is actually connecting before describing all those things when we read from the first paragraph. So he is connecting Utsaha. Bhakti Vinod Thakur is describing the first paragraph of purport in the Nishchaya part. I have really attentively analyzed all those things. Then we find that all those are connected with each other. Utsaha, Nishchaya, Dhairya, all those things are connected. Why? When we will see the Nishchaya part means we have the firm faith that this will be done, Krishna will do this for me, then automatically Utsaha will come, isn't it? If we know that we have firm faith, that if we have confidence in Krishna, that this will be done for us, then automatically Utsaha will be done. So all those things are connected. And whenever, if we have Utsaha also, we are doing everything very nicely, wonderfully, then Krishna gives that faith that I will do this for you. Just be patient. So these all three are connected with each other. I think Prabhupada just stopped one paragraph. Share this. Here, Bhakti Vinod Thakur Nishchaya. The meaning of Nishchaya is firm faith. Okay. So instead of firm faith in what? Two things. He talks about Bhakti Alok. Firm faith in two things. Firstly, in Lord Himself. And secondly, in the activities of devotional service that we are doing for the Lord. In those two things, we should have firm faith. Not just in Lord. He talks one thing. In Utsaha part only, just left it. He talks that the word Shraddha means faith, but enthusiasm is the life of Shraddha. Faith without enthusiasm is meaningless. Many people think that they have faith in God, but because they have no enthusiasm, their faith has no meaning. Therefore, because of no faith, no enthusiasm, they do not take association of sadhu sangha, and they do not perform devotional service. One meaning, and second meaning is that if we don't have utsaha, and if we don't have utsaha, then if we lack the sadhu sangha, then we do not perform devotional service. If we have utsaha, even though we may not have sadhu sangha, but we will perform devotional service. So this is the important. So in Nishchaya part also, he is telling that we should have just confidence, just faith by telling outsiders also maintain that. I am Bhagwan Vishwas Karte. Do believe in God. Okay. But they don't do anything on those things. So we should have confidence. If we believe in God, God will do whatever is best for me. And I will take one more thing. What is the harm if we don't have utsaha? No. First utsaha. What is the harm if we don't have utsaha? I just forgot to write it there. I forgot. Utsaha, if we don't have utsaha, then with the lateness, our devotional service is sure to what to say. Destroy. Our devotional service is sure to destroy. Because we will not be doing it, we just be lazy and we will not be doing any activity. If we are not doing, it is sure that we will just regress in our path, we will not progress. It's your current. Even if we have nishchaya, even doubtless person also, it is sure. But if we do not have that much firm faith, still if we are somehow or other doing chanting, holy name, all those things, some effect will come. Okay. But if we don't do itself, then what the effect will come? No effect will come. The nishchaya. Nishchaya. Prabhupada translates confidence in We endeavoring with confidence. The first translation is endeavoring with confidence. What is the cause of not having Nishchay? Bhaktivinoda Thakur tells that only one cause. What is the cause? Doubt. Doubt in Lord or Vedic scriptures. There is only one cause of Nishchay. Not having Nishchay. There's doubt. Doubt in Vedic scriptures. When I tell Vedic scriptures or Veda, we take all those things. Ved, Puran, Smriti, Pancharatra, and Lord. So, for that, how we can curb this doubt? Or he talks about in almost 10 pages. But I won't be taking all those things. But he takes
Clearing out.
how to clear doubt is if we have doubt in Vedic scriptures or in Lord. So how we can, what are the steps we can take? So he talks about in 10 pages almost, but I'll just go through this summary of that. Firstly, he tells that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given that there are 10 sutras. He tells me that is called Amnaya Sutra actually. Amnaya Sutra means the knowledge, Vedic knowledge, which is coming from the Guru Parampara. Because in Vedas deals about everything. Dharma, Artha, Kam, Moksha, everything, and Prema also. So he tells that our Mahajanas, those who come in our line, they very carefully have analyzed all the Vedic scriptures, and after that they have given that there are 10 tattva, thus Mula tattva. The first is Praman, what should be the Praman, and after that 8 is Pramay, what needs to be proved by that Praman. Okay, and the 10th is, I'm sorry. 10th is Prema, yeah. Prema is also, actually, sorry, 9 Prema. 1 Praman and 9 Prema. Prema is Prema of Godhead, means love of Godhead, is the last Prema. So it firstly he gives, he quotes Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita 440, where it is told, when the ignorant and friendless person, so doubt the revealed scriptures do not attain God consciousness, and they are sure to fall down. For the doubting soul, there is happiness neither in this world or in the next. So if you don't have Nishchay, means if you have doubt, either in the Vedic scriptures or the Lord, it is sure that we will not get auspiciousness in this lifetime nor in the next lifetime. That is the harm if we don't have Nishchay, inauspiciousness, in this lifetime and in next also. I will talk, just I will give the why. Bhaktivinoda Thakur tells that we need to discuss this 10 Pramana. Why? Sometimes we tell why to discuss all these philosophies and all those things. But it tells that unless we discuss these 10 Pramanas, our doubt will not go away. So we have to discuss. That is why I also want to just brief. We will discuss what are the 10 tattva. Okay. It tells that if we discuss these, then our doubt will surely go away. Spiritually, we will understand those things and our doubt will go away. Okay. So for that, he has discussed all the 10 Dasamula Tattva here. Very briefly, I will also discuss very briefly. Like this section. This nicely mentioned all the 10 tattva, that for eradication of doubt, we have to discuss the 10 Das Mool tattva. Okay. for eradication. Doubt. Satya or sometimes Tattva. Firstly, Bhaktivinoda Thakur tells that we have to establish Praman. And we will not go in details that what are different types of Praman. We will just take the Amnai Praman. Amnai Praman means it is like coming in the disciplic succession. In normal language, we tell that Shastra Praman. But in Shastra Praman also, that type of Shastra Praman that is coming by the Mahajan in our way. We are not taking any other, there are many Shastra Praman, different types of Shastra. But we will be taking only those types of Shastra Praman that is coming in our life by Mahasan. That is Amnai Praman first. Praman. Then it is that why to take this Amnai Praman only? Why not other Praman, Prataksha, Anumana, and different thing also? Because we have to discuss, otherwise our doubt will not go. So it just gives you very simple reason. Simple reason that they have already labored very hard for us. They have shown the path also, that this type of path that they have taken is sure to give result. So it is that why to waste time? Bhaktivinoda Thakur tells that why to waste time? Just take that which is like guaranteed path. It has given result. Just take that path and go without wasting time. And then second is Pramay. Is now 9 Pramay. Pramay is which is already proved. So first thing, if we know that Krishna is actually the Brahma, Paramatma and Bhagwan, he tells that if we know that Lord Krishna is Brahman means Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagwan, all three. Then even for them also, like Kumar, he gives example, Chatus Kumar, initially he was thinking that they are Brahman is the source of everything. But when he made Lord Vishnu, he smelled the fragrance of Tulsi offered to Lord Vishnu and he made them, and then all doubts went away. So if we know that the Krishna is the Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagwan, and if we discuss on the topics of Sri Hari and all the truths about Krishna, then it is that whatever is the doubt is under our mind, for the impersonalism, motive activities, all those things. These things will go away. Why doubt comes for bhakti? Endeavoring means why we do not want to endeavor with confidence. There might be some doubt. If we are doing this will happen or not. Because if somebody has come in bhakti or even some demigod bhakti, it is sure that he has some faith, some kind of faith in Vedic scriptures. But if we are not endeavoring with confidence, then there is doubt that is Krishna the supreme, or he is the only person who can give us all, whatever we want. So if we discuss with all those topics, he is all, even Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagwan, he is the all means cause of everything. We will discuss properly with all the Shastra Praman, then our doubts will go away. This type of doubt will surely go away. He has not means we are not going to discuss much how Krishna is the cause of all causes, because Bhagavad Gita in different places is already discussed. Second is this is one first pramay. I'm just writing here. Third, second pramay is Krishna is full of all inconceivable potencies. If we have doubt, like we are telling that who is Krishna and all those things, then these are correctly judged. Okay, Krishna is full of all inconceivable potencies. Even though we might not have something we want, some or other, he will manage it. It is sure that he will do it for us. So Krishna is full of all Inconceivable potential, conceivable is spelling there. Like it is that if somebody wants to attend a Karam that also he can give. Somebody wants to attain Jnana Phala, moksha. Okay. So here only for Brahman, like for example. But Krishna has, he can, even if somebody wants to pray to personal form of God, Krishna, and he wants moksha, Krishna can give this also. But if somebody is worshipping only Brahman form, and somebody wants to have bhakti of Krishna or devotional service, that cannot be given to them. Understand? Bhakti we don't understand. But if somebody wants Jnana Phala, moksha only, and is worshipping the personal form of God, Krishna can give him. There is no doubt that Krishna cannot give. He can give bhakti also, moksha also. So he has all the inconceivable potencies. Third is that now just not that means yogis can attain Paramatma and all those things. He is telling that our this doubt will also get erased if we will discuss that Krishna is the form of reservoir of all rasa. All rasa means somebody might have like normally in material world here, they have different sort of problems in all relations. Is discussing. So that is why they think that, oh, I should be alone, I should be at a secluded place. All the people just gives misery, all those things. That's why many people take the path of jnana or some sort of like that. But it is Krishna is means reservoir of all the rasa. In whatever relation we want to establish with Krishna, Krishna is full of that. He will reciprocate in that particular rasa. So we have to discuss these things also. Then our doubt is for that type of persons who doubts that God does not reciprocate or just material world is full of miseries, or even that is why they take to the Brahma path and all those things. Fifth pramay is, sorry, fourth, no? Yeah, fifth. Fifth, okay. Pramay is fourth, but fifth of the tattva. Fifth is, and we must know, these all are which we are talking, is actually Sambandha Gyan. Okay, up to seventh we'll talk Sambandha Gyan, then eighth, ninth is Abhiday, and 10th is Prayoshan. So, fifth sutra is that living entity is independence is minute and God's independence is unlimited. Independence, minute. When we will understand that our independence is minute, then we will automatically be dependent on Krishna. And we will not be, we sometimes become doubtful of that is God really that much powerful that he can overcome anything, or he can for fulfilling our desire, manoratha. He can surpass anything. So you should know that how does it work? Minute, but Krishna's is unlimited. The sixth one is this is very interesting that though we have discussed this, now for more elaboration, Bhaktivinoda Thakur discussed that there are two types of jiva, Nityapat and Nityamukta. But he tells that we should understand what the Nitya term has been taken in the material time consideration. It is not taken in the spiritual time consideration. Okay. So even sometimes we become like doubtful, okay, I'm not Nitya-baddha. I'm not going to go back any time because I am eternally conditioned here. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur is directly telling here, I'll just read the sentence. Here the word Nitya is used in relation to material time. It's not used in a spiritual time. In a spiritual, there is eternally present. Okay, so it is in material time. So two kinds of jiva. So one should understand that there are two kinds of jiva, Nitya Baddha and Nitya Mukta. But when Nitya Baddha will also become Siddha, he will also be considered as Nitya Mukta only. And seventh is by the association of devotees. Seventh is association of devotees. We get the knowledge and different. We get to know means all the aspect of the devotional service or anything that can give us liberation, as well as by which we can attain Krishna. Jesus, Nitya Baddha gets liberation. Liberation and devotional service both. And eighth is relation of Achintya Veda Veda Tattva. Means we should know this also. We are simultaneously one and different. Achintya Veda Veda. So these are Sambandha Jnana up to here. This is main Praman. These are Sambandha Jnana. And it talks about that we should know all those things. When we will be knowing what is Sambandha Jnana, when we will have the knowledge of Sambandha with the Jiva and the Krishna, our doubts will go away. When we don't have the knowledge, then only the doubts remain inside us. When we know all those things, then our doubts will go away. And when our doubts will go away, then it will become more Nishtha, means Nishthavan, Nishtita. He talks about there are two types of Shraddha, Nishtita or Nishtita. Then our Shraddha will become more resolved, fixed. And that is then we start doing Abhinaya. Means what are the means to attain Krishna? And then we start doing bhakti. We should know that bhakti is the only means to attaining. There is no other way to attain Krishna. Mind. And 10th is, if we perfect bhakti, then we get Krishna Prema.
This is what I want.
This is Abhinaya. Prayojan is attainment of Krishna Prema. अविधेय मतलब हुआ, देखिए संबंध मतलब हुआ कि हम में और भगवान में क्या रिलेशन। अविधेय हुआ कि जो रिलेशन है उसको किस तरीके से हम क्या बोलते हैं अवेकन कर सकते हैं, मतलब कैसे हम उसको प्रोसेस क्या है, प्रोसेस अभी सिंपल शब्दों प्रोसेस क्या है, ठीक है। और प्रयोजन मीन्स हुआ तो उसका फाइनल रिजल्ट क्या है, ठीक है। अभी में सिंपल सा प्रोसेस क्या है, संबंध में स्रोत ज्ञान क्या है, हम और भगवान में रिलेशन, और इसका अल्टीमेट रिजल्ट क्या है। Bhaktivinoda Thakur tells that when these doubts will get cleared, these doubts will get cleared not in one class, of course. There are different scriptures and different things. He tells that these 10 topics we must know, and we get clear, means have the clear conception of all those 10 topics. When we will have clear conceptions of all those 10 topics, then automatically Nishchaya will come inside us. Automatically we will endeavor with confidence. We will have full confidence in Krishna, and we will do bhakti properly with confidence. So we should know all those 10 topics. We'll get to know what are those things later. Not in one class, it can be explained. So details now, I'll just explain it. Will explain in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu also. Bhakti is of two types, Vaidhi and Raganuga. However, it tells that when, even if somebody is like doing Vaidhi Bhakti, but he has desired to achieve Krishna in Golok Vrindavan, then when one comes to the level of Bhava, then then Vaidhi Bhakti automatically becomes, if mercy has been given by Lord or one of his associates to us, automatically becomes Raganuga. We need not to endeavor some extraneous endeavor. It's not needed. Raganuga Bhakti is something special. We have to do some extraneous endeavor. I'll just read. It's there actually. Very much careful by then somebody is telling us that we have to do extraneously Raganuga Bhakti to attain Krishna in Golok Vrindavan. It's not so. We have to do Vaidhi Bhakti with the desire that we have to attain Krishna in Golok Vrindavan. Then when we come to the Bhav platform, then automatically Vaidhi Bhakti will transform into Raganuga. The exact line is this by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Yeah. Vaidhi Bhakti starts from Shraddha and proceeds up to Rati. When it becomes one with Raganuga Bhakti, means in Rati means Bhav. In Rati means Bhav stays. If with a desire to attain Krishna in Golok Vrindavan, we are doing Vaidhi Bhakti also, then in Bhav platform, it automatically becomes one with the Raganuga. We do not have to endeavor extra for that. Okay, we have to do Raganuga Satma and all those things.
Mercy thing was not.
Of course, mercy thing. Mercy will, it is in Bhakti Alokan in the first book itself is given, who is given mercy. If somebody is doing the devotional service proper as taught by the Mahajana, then Lord will automatically give mercy. However, we cannot force that he is not bound by that also that he will give. But normal, sadhana is that he gives mercy. Becomes Ruchi. Right from here also, here also. Here. And here, Vedadish. Vedadish there. Where is Vedadish? Spoke by Acharya. Nichaya man. One of Bhakti कोनो भाग्य कोनो जीव श्रद्धा जो भी here is study. The devotion of Brajvasi is called Ragatmika, and imitations of their devotional service is called Raganava. Vaidhi Bhakti, it starts from Shraddha and proceeds afterwards. When it becomes one with Raganava Bhakti, it's that time when we are in Bhava form, in Vaidhi Bhakti. Up he talks about with a desire, if we have desire to serve Krishna in Golok Vrindavan, that when in the Vaidhi Bhakti itself, it becomes one with the Raganava. Raganava Bhakti is always, actually it will be, forceful means automatically will do. Forceful from the Bhakti side, we don't have to force. Automatically will be influence. This is the nice difference part. रागात्मिका भक्ति सब भक्ति समुद्र में हम लोग चर्चा करेंगे वो केवल गोलोक वृंदावन में किया जा सकता है या भगवान के जो पार्षद है वो कर सकते हैं मतलब वो स्टेज परफेक्शनल स्टेज का है रागात्मिका इस बॉडी में नहीं होता ऐसा ओके नाउ द नेक्स्ट वन इज अंदर कोई डाउट Sorry, yeah, Prasadam is a rice for 4 devotees. Sorry. Now we'll read, actually it was in Nishya part, but I just left it, I will describe it here only. Devotional service, someone can start reading from first paragraph. Prabhupada.
Devotional service is not a matter of sentimental speculation or imaginative description. It is substance is a practical activity. Rupa Goswami in his Bhakti-Rasa Prasudha has defined devotional service as follows.
Now just stop. Prabhupada is giving this substance is practical activity. Why? Bhakti Vinod Thakur talks, I will just summarize it here, that those who are very much attached to doing activity and getting karma phala, they are doing karma yoga or karma kanda also. But karma yoga he is talking because I just describe what is the difference between karma kanda and karma yoga is desire. When because it's everywhere, the bhakti part will surely be there. Firstly, one has to avoid adharma in all respect. Whatever one is doing, adharma, one has to avoid it. Okay. And if karma is prominent, karma, jnana, bhakti. If karma is prominent, with a desire that he wants to attain the result of karma also, okay, and he wants to attain the result of bhakti also, then that is called karma yoga. Okay, and karma, jnana, bhakti. I'll just first try this karma, jnana, bhakti. And now this also. In all parts, adharma, one has to avoid adharma. So here karma is prominent, okay, but he wants to attain the result of karma as well as results of bhakti also. Then that is called karma yoga. If one wants to attain only the results of karma, then that is called karma kanda. Okay, that is the difference. For example, so those who wants to attain the result of bhakti also, normally they leave the vikalpa option of karma section, karma kanda section. Normally in karma kanda, worship of demigods is also given, but that is just as a vikalpa. One wants, one can worship. One does not want, one cannot worship. So normally those who are fixed on those who wants to attain the results of bhakti also, they normally they do not worship the demigods. Okay, but those, because bhakti has to be always. If even somebody is doing karma kanda also, who wants to enjoy heavenly planets, and then again in next life some good wife, wealth, and all those things, they have to do something of bhakti. Means they have to take names, then they have to please Vishnu, all those things that is actually part of bhakti. So they are karma yoga. Karma yoga. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur tells that normally, if most of the activities are included in karma yoga, whatever we are doing, we are worshipping, deity worship is also part of karma yoga also. In Jnana yoga, deity worship is not the part. Okay. Similarly, but if it is mixed with the result, means desires of fruitive activities, then he has to do activity a lot, different activities. He will not be doing the sadhana of Jnana Kanda or Jnana, okay. But in bhakti, then again Jnana, those who have become frustrated with the results as well the activities of the karma or the karma yoga, they get involved in Jnana yoga. Okay, they do Jnana Kanda. So in the Jnana Kanda, there is no activity in that sense that there are different types of sadhana. Of course, in that also some activities are involved, but in technical terms, there are no activity. Like but those who are not much attached to the results of karma, and those who are not much attached to the results of jnana, for them bhakti is the best. And bhakti is actually the best for all, because nobody can be inert. If you are even sleeping, just sitting here, something will go and all those things, something will come in your mind, something will go, so many thoughts come. Okay, you cannot be always pure. So Jnana yoga is very difficult first thing. And it will give you the result up to the moksha, Brahma. It will not give you the highest result also. So for them who are not much attached, who are not asakta, kama sakta, and who are not much detached also. Means for them, if it is for Krishna, some action is for Krishna, some activity is for Krishna, they're happy for doing it. Then they are better suited for bhakti yoga. Okay. So this is actually Jnana yoga. This is bhakti yoga. But bhakti, this is mishra. There's some part of karma, some part of jnana also. These are those things which are favorable for bhakti. Those are included. For example, doing deity worship is itself bhakti actually, but some other example I should take. What example?
Maintaining family.
Yeah, maintaining family life is part of karma, but he is not doing he is giving, not most of the time he is giving for the family. Whatever is needed for the family, maintaining family, he is doing. So that is part of karma. Then vairagya, all those things under jnana. So of course, as soon as we take bhakti also, we have to have some kind of vairagya, indifference from sensual pleasures and renunciation with few things. So that is part of jnana. And then bhakti. When those things which are favorable for the bhakti, like varnashram also, varnashram, the aspect of varnashram which is favorable for bhakti, varnashram is actually not bhakti, but most of the time it is favorable for the bhakti. For example, for chanting, you need not to have mosquito coils or all mosquito net. If mosquito all bites us, still we can chant. For chanting, it's not needed. But if mosquito bites, it becomes problematic for us to chant peacefully. So if there is mosquito coil or mosquito net, we can sit under that. and we can chant very peacefully. So these are like still mixed form of bhakti. Okay. Then this is also mixed form of bhakti. One has given all the aspect of karma, but still some parts of jnana which are favorable for bhakti are included. That is like then mixed form of bhakti with jnana, but it is very high standard. And then there is kevala bhakti, complete bhakti, nirpeksha. Only the nirpeksha devotees can do. Always 24/7 to 365. Always engaged in Sarvanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smarana, nothing else. Always engaged in that only. That is Kevala Bhakti. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur is telling that why Prabhupada is writing cultivation of service. So normally we are involved in most of the time this type of bhakti. Or else some of the time this type of bhakti. This type of bhakti is very rare. Very, very rare this type of bhakti. So that is why Prabhupada is telling that devotional service is not some sitting somewhere and in imaginative expressive reality. It is actually sort of cultivation of the activities. That is why Prabhupada is making this point. Here again by this sloka he has clarified that. This is also actually Uttama Bhakti. This part is also Uttama Bhakti because we are doing only that type of karma which is favorable for bhakti. That type of jnana which is favorable for bhakti. And most of the part we are doing bhakti. Means Sarvana Kirtanam Vishnu Smarana. Please continue.
Punyamila Punyam, Jnana Karmadana, Anukulyana Krishnano, Snana Bhakti Uttama, Uttama Bhakti or unalloyed devotion unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, involves the rendering of devotional service in a way that is favorable to the Lord. This devotional service should be free from any extraneous motive and devoid of fruitive karma, impersonal jnana, or all other selfish desire.
Yeah, already in this discussion, we have to do activities, but not with the desire of getting the result of that activity. Okay.
Bhakti is a sort of cultivation. As soon as we say cultivation, we must refer to activity. Cultivation of spirituality does not mean sitting down idly for meditation. As some Vishnudaji teach, such idle meditation may be good for those who have no information of devotional service. And for this reason, it is sometimes recommended as a way to take distracting materialistic activities.
Yeah, Prabhupada is telling that those who does not have the knowledge, the devotional service can give everything. So sometimes jnani tells. Devotional service is only up to that part, means bhakti is only up to that much is important, that you can restrict yourself from material enjoyment of those things. When you can achieve all those things, then you can leave this bhakti part and you can be completely jnani like that they tell. So it is not like that. It is not well, and for this reason, sometimes recognized way to check his here from me. Such idle meditation may be good for those who have no information of devotional service. And for this reason, for which reason? For them it may be, for the idle meditators, it may be that sometimes recommended as a way to check distracting material activity. But it is actually not just checking material activity. Okay.
Meditation means stopping all nonsensical activities, at least for the time being. Devotional service, however, not only puts an end to all nonsensical mundane activities, but also engages one in meaningful devotional activities.
Just I will make one more comment. For this part, from where Prabhupada has taken, Bhaktivinoda Thakur makes point that for Patanjali also, who has given the Ashtanga Yoga system, that you can stop all those things by Ashtanga Yoga, Yam, Niyam and all those things. So Patanjali himself in his Yoga Sutra tells that these can be achieved by Bhakti Yoga also. However, he does not give much of the emphasis on that. Bhaktivinoda Thakur makes point that Patanjali's Ashtanga Yoga also, Patanjali recommends that one should focus his mind on the Paramatma. He is not just telling that on something else. But then he is telling in Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, one of the purposes is to restrain mind. So it is one kind of bhakti especially because one is focusing his mind on Paramatma. Bhakti yoga, but it is not Shuddha Bhakti. It is Kamya Bhakti. Means this is his desire that he should restrain his mind. So it is Kamya Bhakti. Okay.
Sri Prahlad Maharaj recommended Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Pada Samanam, Arthanam Mandanam Dasyam, Saksham Atma Nivedanam. The 9 processes of devotional service are as follows. Hearing first, hearing the name and glories of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Second, chanting His glories. Third, remembering the Lord. Fourth, serving the Lord's feet. Fifth, worshipping the deity. Sixth, offering obeisance unto the Lord. Seventh, acting as the Lord's servant. Eighth, making prayers to the Lord. Nine, surrendering oneself fully to the Lord.
These activities are Kevala Bhakti, complete Bhakti, and Shuddha, Nirpek, means nothing else is included in that. So these activities are the thing, the only 24/7 can be done by the Nirpeksha devotee who has left his family life, who doesn't have any other motives, and all this. And they can attain Krishna Prema even before leaving this body also, in this lifetime itself. Those who are always engaged in that, always, without any interruption. Tailavaddhara. So they can attain within this lifetime itself.
Shravanam or hearing is the first step in acquiring transcendental knowledge. One should not give oral reception to unauthorized persons, but should approach the proper person as recommended in Bhagavad Gita 4.34. Tadvidi panipatena pariprasthana sevaya upadikshantita jnana jnanena tattvadarshinaha. Just try to learn the truth by approaching the spiritual master, inquiry from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. It is further recommended in the Mukunda Upanishad, Munda Upanishad, Tad Vidyanam Katham, Sa Guru, Eva, V, Lachet. To understand the transcendental science, one must approach a bona fide spiritual master.
Like we were discussing just now, Amnai Praman, from where we are taking Amnai Praman. Though it is from Vedic scriptures, Shastra Praman and Sabda Praman, still which are coming in the line given by Mahajanas, that are called Amnai Praman. So from this only you can start that if we have Shraddha, if we have firm faith in Bhakti, then we take these steps under someone's guidance. So that is what Prabhupada is just writing like under Guru. Yeah.
Thus, this method of submissively receiving transcendental confidential knowledge is not morally based on mental speculation. In this regard, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Rupa Goswami, Brahmanda Bhamitya Pana Bhagyavanji, Guru Krishna Prasad Pai Bhakti Latali. In the course of traversing the universal creation of Brahma, some fortunate soul may receive the seed of Bhakti Lata, the Kripa of devotional service. This is all by the grace of Guru and Krishna. The material world is a place to convenient for the living entities for who are by nature Anandamaya, leisure seeking. They actually want to be free from the confinement of this world of conditional happiness, but not knowing the process of liberation. They are bound to transmigrate from one species of life to another and from one planet to another. In this way, the living entities are wandering throughout the material universe. When by good fortune one comes in contact with the pure devotee and hears from him patiently, one begins to follow the path of devotional service. So an opportunity is offered to the person who is sincere. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness is giving such a chance to humanity at large. If by fortune one takes advantage of this opportunity to engage in devotional service, the path of liberation immediately opens.
Yeah. So I just talked about that. Prabhupada is talking about that ISKCON is giving everyone opportunity, like we're preaching. At least those who are prepared for, they take these things. Okay. Means at least they start chanting and doing how we can become like this when somebody approach and then those who are sincere for they came. So these things that Bhakti Unmukhi Sukriti, it is needed for them. It just does not happen with just because only the pure devotees have this ability. Those who are pure devotees, those who are Uttamadhikari, only they have the ability. Even those who are not eligible, we will make them eligible to take Bhakti. But for those like us, when we are preaching, we do not have this ability to make anybody. So somehow or other Krishna arranges in such a way. Kono Bhagyavan. So how they become fortunate souls? Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains that this is because of either bhakti means Agyat Bhakti Vimukha Sukriti or Agyat Bhakti Vimukha Sukriti also. Agyat means, for example, many pilgrims come here. Mayapur, Vrindavan. They do not come here for doing some bhakti or they come here for doing picnic and all those things. But as soon as they come to Dham, automatically they are getting Sukriti or Bhakti. So these things are getting piled up. When it becomes in such that much that it can give result, then automatically some soul will go to him, he will get finished and he will take it back. So these things happen like that. Okay. Next paragraph, please.
One should accept this opportunity to return home back to God very enthusiastically. Without enthusiasm, one cannot be successful even in even in his material world. One has to be very enthusiastic in his particular field or of activity in order to become successful. A student, businessman, artist, or anyone else who wants to success in his life must be enthusiastic. Similarly, one has to be very enthusiastic in devotional service. Enthusiasm means action, but action for whom? The answer is that one should always act for Krishna. Krishna. In all phases of life, one has to perform devotional service activities under the direction of spiritual master in order to attain perfection in Bhakti Yoga. It is not that one has to continue or narrow one's activities.
One has to confine or narrow.
One's activity. Krishna is all pervading. Therefore, nothing is independent of Krishna. As Krishna himself respected in Bhagavad Gita 9.4. Maya Ratam Idam Sarvam Jagatam Vikta Murtina Mastani Sarvabhutani Nataham Teshavastitaha. By me, in my okay.
Here, like Prabhupada, I'll just summarize it. Prabhupada then taking this, that he tells that to understand that Krishna is everywhere pervaded. And he is pervaded by with his energy. He is not just directly present like that. So similarly, it is that if anything we are doing under the bona fide spiritual master, then we know that everything is energy of Krishna, and we can use it for which is favorable for the service of Krishna. Similarly, he gives example of the dictaphone that we are using dictaphone now. Why? For the place in the service of Krishna. That is the proper use. That is called actually Yukta Vairagya also. So whatever is there, whatever the energy, whatever the combinations of energy are, we must use it for Krishna. Prabhupada is summarizing it like this, and later he tells that is called actually Yukta Vairagya. And then he talks about that, even though all the applications, practical actions, whatever we are doing for the foreground of the spiritual life, these must be executed with passion because it takes time. He gives example, like when one girl is married and she wants baby, child, it cannot immediately return. She has to wait. It will take 9, 10 months, 11 months, whatever. Where firstly, husband and wife has to get together, she will get conceived, and then she has to wait, and then the child will come. So similarly, one has to wait, even though it is sure that result will come, but one has to wait. And what is the by taking this initiative, is like having confidence that Krishna will take care of this. He gives that like Krishna. Krishna will surely protect me and give up me help for the successful execution of devotional service. Bhaktivinoda Thakur talks about the two terms. Prabhupada just gives like example that in every case one has to be patient. But then Bhaktivinoda Thakur tells that what is actually dream? What is patience? Patience means he connects it from first one. Bachu Begum, Mansa Pradha Begum. In the last what is called? This Bachu Begum, Mansa Pradha Begum, because they come leader. So he is correct. If we have the patience, then only we can become leader. So he says that this is the principle that is constitutional. We have to follow always. And if we follow always, then we won't have to worry for the text number 1. If we have the patience, okay, then Krishna will surely come. And for that, what we have to do? For that, we have to move with enthusiasm. We have to do all the actions or all the activities that have been prescribed by Bhakti Shastra, then we don't have to worry for the text number 1. Whenever it will, the urge will come, we have to just stop it, curb it, or whatever. So he gives this, then the person who is actually leader or those who have dhairya, they don't have to worry for the text number 1. Then it is that firstly it starts with the speech. Already I have discussed how to control the speech. Already again discussed just to focus more that you should not forget. I will just skip that part. It tells that even for the bhaktas also, unless they have to speak something about Krishna, they should be just silent. They should not speak anything. Unless they have to speak about Krishna or his devotees or something like that, they should not speak anything. It tells that that's why there are many sadhus in previously, they were like keeping maun most of the time. So he gives this instruction to the devotees also. Unless we have to speak something about Krishna or his devotee or related something for him, we should not speak. We should keep silent. Otherwise, this is just waste of time. And then only we can become dhairi. Means even if somebody is telling something, so we should have patience. We will not speak. And sometimes it happens that somebody is discussing about some other thing, and we also become interested and we start speaking about that. So it is that then that's why our patience will be examined, how much patient we are. We should have the patience that we should not speak. Even somebody else is taking something on. Unless they have something to speak about Krishna or Krishna devotee, we should just be silent. Okay. Similarly, for the different exercises, it is that for the tolerating the urge of mind, it is normally mind is such that always something thinking. Even in the sleep, so many dreams, bad dreams, good dreams, and all those things come. So it is that we have to regulate our mind. How? For curbing mind, it's not possible actually. Curbing mind is not curbing his mind's urges is not possible. So somehow or other keep the mind busy. Idle minds is what is the devil's work. So somehow or other always keep your minds busy. Study scriptures, chant more and more rounds, go and take darshan of deities, cook for the deities. Always keep your mind engaged. Never keep it empty. If we keep our mind engaged, then what happens? Even when sleep, the dreams about all those things will come. Okay, and then he talks about then again. I'm not going to discuss here with how dhairi can be, just because already these things have been discussed in the first one. How to curb Vachu Begam, Mansa, Krodha Begam. And for the devotees details, especially in the devotee community, while we are in the community, anger is just waste. We should not be angry at all. He's talking like that. Because already we have discussed why we should be angry and all this things. So he's talking about only this aspect. That in the when we are in the devotee community, we should not be angry at all, normally. Even we have to correct someone in proper manner, we have to correct. We should not be angry. He even wants up to this much only. Even a senior can correct without being angry, that's good. If somebody is not getting corrected without being angry, then of course Guru has to be angry. Otherwise there is no option. Just for correcting. That is one of the thankless job actually of the spiritual masters. It is always take Hare Krishna, always chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And for the belly, we have already discussed. Yeah, today only it was discussed. What are the foods mode in the mode of goodness? So he directly tells that he should satisfy his belly with whatever vegetables, leaves, fruits, roots, and other things that are in mode of goodness available. They should cook and offer it to Krishna and then take prasad. Directly telling, only we should take those things which are in the mode of, even vegetarian things also, those which are in the mode of goodness. Only those things we should take. Then our mind will be peaceful. Otherwise it is very difficult. And even more things he discussed. We did not. A devotee, one of the qualities of the devotee is the mita bhog. Means he does not eat much. He eats less only. Means even how much is like he talks about that. Even how much is hunger, it takes little less than that one. He keeps his stomach empty, like Prabhupada normally maintains 50% food, 25% water, 25% air, like that. Also, keep his stomach like this, but they don't have that's all this. Then it is that our mind will also be peaceful, our genitals will also be peaceful, and our belly will also be peaceful, and no problems. And then only we can become, we have to, he tells that we have to start practicing patience from our body. Then mind will be peaceful. When we keep our body in a peaceful way, then our mind will be peaceful. And then we can actually be patient about our devotional service also. And yeah, first thing, and the second thing, it tells that Dhairya has two meanings. I'll just write here. First, we already discussed one meaning, to have the patience for all those things. Patience has two aspects. One already we discussed, I'm already in 6 days. And second aspect is, we must have this passion that whatever activities we are doing in Krishna Bhakti or we are following Bhakti Shastra, it is sure that there will be a result. It will not be without result. So, process of Bhakti will yield result. We have to keep patience for this also. It tells that one must become patient, that Krishna must be merciful to me either today or after 100 years or in some other birth. I will take shelter of his lotus feet with determination and never leave. This type of dhairya, patience is most desirable for that. And this type of dhairya, like Prabhupada is talking in this purport also, is the most desirable. This will help cultivating this type of dhairya. This is also one type of dhairya only, but this will help cultivating this type of dhairya. Any question? Just end the class now. Whether it is surprise for me itself that it is like 25 The Sanktyaga we will discuss tomorrow. Sanktyaga will be covered. There is one question in thematic part also. Summarize the preliminary do's and don'ts in process of sadhana as outlined in the nectar of instructions. When we are talking about nectar of instructions, don'ts and do's, then we have to write both. The second verse is don'ts, third verse is do's. But we have to write in the purports also, or even the don'ts also. How can we make that do's? Like for Vachubekam, how can we make that do's? Talking about all those things that has to be written. When we will be writing about the nectar of instruction. Nectar of devotion is clearly mentioned. These are the 10 do's, 10 don'ts. Clearly mentioned. So
ये क्वेश्चन